So today, I would like to do a demonstration of the role of seduction in business. Now, I know that is going to seem like a very foreign concept for some of you and seem completely inappropriate, but I want to share a great story with you that is going to change the way you look at that. I'm Christina Marassi, Pleasure CEO, and a couple of weekends ago, I had the phenomenal experience of going to a Mama Gina event in New York City. Now, Mama Gina has been writing books for many years all about unleashing pleasure and desire for women, and her seminal book is called Mama Gina's School of Womanly Arts. I've been reading her books for years, but there was nothing like being at one of her live events with 850 women in a theater in New York City. It was phenomenal. I feel like I died and gone to heaven to be amongst so many women unleashing pleasure and desire for themselves. It was like I'd come home. So one of the things I especially liked about the event is that Mama Gina would be on stage and she's very theatrical and she would be delivering this amazing content. And then all of a sudden, intermittently, out of the blue, music would play and it would fit just the perfect thing that Mama Gina was talking about. And so that would be our cue. Everyone would get up and we would have a dance break and it was awesome. It was like this pattern interrupt. We got to be in our bodies. I mean, I would always bring movement into my live events, but this was taking it to a whole nother level. I mean, it was just woven in seamlessly. So what would inevitably often happen during these dance breaks is I want you to picture okay, so Mama Gina's on stage by herself delivering this great content, and then this woman on her team named Lauren would be off stage in the wings. Now, Lauren was so cool. It looks like she would be amazing to have on someone's team. And so when these dance breaks would happen, sometimes Lauren would come in from off stage. Now, mind you, she's walking onto the stage that only Mama Gina has been on. And so it's a dance break. So she dances on and she's having fun and she's in her own pleasure and glory. And she would dance on up and sidle up to Mama Gina and then whisper in her ear. And they would have a conversation between them. And you knew they were working something out, but they're dancing in their pleasure while they do it. And then Lauren would just kind of dance off and go back to the side stage. It was glorious to witness. So later, my friends and I cornered Lauren and I wanted to pick her brain and ask her a million questions because I had this sense I was seeing a feminine business in action. I don't get to see a lot of those examples, right? So while we were talking with Lauren, I was like, I loved it, girl, when you would dance on stage and then you guys would have a conversation and then you would dance off. And then this is what she told me. She said, well, I knew Mama Gina wasn't gonna listen to me unless I seduced her. What? That was like a brain exploding moment of, oh my God, how cool is that? So I want all of us to think about that for a second. Could you imagine if we all used seduction more in our business as women? Oh, that would be phenomenal. And of course, we've all been conditioned out of it to think that that's completely inappropriate. But really, seduction doesn't have to mean anything inappropriate or distorted or manipulative. It really is just a woman in her turn on. That's in her confidence and asking for what she wants and having her way with the world. And I believe there's a place for this in business. So I tried it out. Mama Gina has a 4-month program called Mastery, and it was so clear that I needed to join it when I was there because I wanted more of what I got in those 2 days. And so I went to register, and there was a table of all these women from Mama Gina's team, and I thought, I'm going to practice this seduction piece. So I went up to the woman and said, I would like to sign up for Mastery and join you on this 4-month-long journey, and here is my credit card. And so I did this whole performance art improv piece, and I stayed in my turn on, and I seduced the woman into taking all my information. And on the iPad, it was even I'm going to put in my numbers, and I had a blast. Now, do you think that was a little more interesting for the person I registered with and myself rather than, can I have your credit card and your expiration date, please? Yeah, so different. So all that being said, I want to start a conversation of how we can bring seduction more into business. Now, here's the thing. I don't have it all figured out. I have some ideas, but this is where I think we need to gather together as a sisterhood and like workshop this. So my question to you is, what are your thoughts of how we can use seduction in business? I know there's a place. I'm sure there's a way we can use it in our marketing. And I'm sure there's a way we can use it in our enrollment conversations and when we're on stage. And again, I just want to keep reiterating, it's just a place of being in our own pleasure and in our own turn on and sparking someone from that place, which is very different of like, I need to get something done and I'm going to do my business and I'm going to like push. Totally different. When it's seduction, it's sort of like, come hither, and we get to play with that. So, what do you got, sisters? Like, let's come together with our collective wisdom and see how we can figure this all out together. I'm so passionate about helping to create pleasure CEOs across the land. And I've started a program where I'm working privately in intimate groups with people to really create yourself as 2016 as a pleasure CEO. So if that's something that interests you, you can reach out to my team or PM me, private message me, and my team can get you the details. And for everyone, let's see where we can unleash more seduction and use that inherent feminine power in business so that we can create a whole new operating system as women in business and stop defaulting into man mode. What do you think? Sound good? I'm excited. All right, can't wait to hear your comments, and I'm going to seduce you on my way out. All right, everyone, take care.